Cold case finally solved 30 years after two teenagers were murdered.
Today, 51-year-old Benny Tijerina pleaded guilty to being involved in the shooting deaths of Kevin Key and Rita Salazar. The couple was on a date the night they were murdered, and KXAN's Jacqueline Glace live in Williamson County, where it was an emotional day for that family.
Good evening to you, Robert and Leslie. This morning, the Key family finally got that closure and justice they've been waiting for so long. Tijerina received 40 years behind bars, and that sentence will run concurrently with the other 40-year sentence he received in Salazar's death. He will not be eligible for parole, Robert and Leslie, until he's at least served a third of this sentence, so we're looking at a little more than 13 years.
You know, it's just like a monster. There's just no word to describe somebody that can rob and rape and murder.
Geraldine Key waited 3 decades to see her son's killer brought to justice. Now that meant Benny Tijerina will have the next 40 years behind bars to think about what he did.
He was such a good kid. He was, you know, he was planning to go on in the Army. His father had been in the Army, and he was planning on going in the Army.
On November 5th, 1978, Kevin Key and Rita Salazar went to see a movie at the Highland Mall in Austin, but they never made it home. Key's car was discovered in Round Rock the following day. His body, which had several bullet wounds, was found north of Georgetown. 1 day later, Salazar's body was found on the east side of Interstate 35 in McClellan County. She was also shot to death and sexually assaulted.
They watched a murder movie on top of that and then ended up with that happening.
DNA was recovered, but the technology to test it back then wasn't available. That is until 2000, when investigators got a match linking Tijerina to the crime.
In a way, there's closure, but then in another way, there's never closure. That pain is always there, and you miss them, especially at holidays.
This case did come with a twist at the end. Tijerina actually told the judge this morning that he was not the trigger man. It was actually an accomplice that was with him. That accomplice, Robert and Leslie, was not named, but attorneys tell us that part of the case remains under investigation. Live at the Williamson County Courthouse, Jacqueline Glace, KXAN News.